IPMNation.com.
Hi, this is Rachel Vogelzang, and you're listening to Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
Welcome everyone to Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. This is Matt from IPMNation.com, and we are, of course, at the studio at 50 Canal Street in downtown Laconia. The Studio NH, if you want to, thestudionh.com if you want to check it out online, or if you want to just come on down on a Tuesday night. We're hoping with the warmer weather, people will come on down and see us recording the show. We're usually here between 6 and 7 p.m., and definitely a very cool place to check out. Funky little gift shop and art gallery, and there's all kinds of stuff here to check out. So, and always important to support your local businesses. So, the studio right in downtown Laconia. And of course, Local Outbreak is sponsored by Central NH Events. If you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com. And Mr. Tim Martin does a phenomenal job. And he will DJ your event, your shindig, your hootenanny, whatever it may be. And we have with us tonight Rachel Vogelzang. Rachel, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Am I saying your last name right?
You are.
Right.
I was crossing my fingers. It's always a crapshoot. So
yeah. And now you've actually been on the show before.
Yes. As I was figuring out, it was about 3.5 years ago. I was on with my band, Go Tell Her.
Yeah.
In the fall of 2010.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Time gets away.
I know,
from you,
exactly. It's been a while.
Now, are you just doing solo stuff now? Or?
I'm just doing solo stuff. The band did not stay together very long. All of the members have gone on to other projects and are all still active in the local scene.
Oh, okay.
Myself included, but I am doing just the solo thing right now.
Very good. And you did bring some, you brought your, what would you call this, an EP, a single?
EP, yeah, EP, demo, you know.
It's called Blueprint. Mm-hmm. Got your handprint on the cover. And, well, let's play something, and then we'll come back and talk. What do you want to play to start the show?
Let's start out with Words.
All right, very good. So this is Words from Rachel Vogelzang here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
I am a woman of words. I am a woman of letters. If there is something to be said, I'll find a way to say it better. But one thing that I've learned from you is that I don't always have to say exactly what I feel. It's not the words that make it real. And I don't have to say with my words what I already said with my curves. I don't have to tell you a thing about the way you make my heart sing, because you already know how high you make me go. Don't get me wrong, there is a time and a place to speak. And when that time comes, I will say words that will make your knees weak. Now is the time, I don't need words to know what is true. It's not in what you say, it's in what you do. And I don't need to say with my words what I already say with my curves. I don't have to tell you a thing about the way you make my heart sing, because you already know how high you make me go. I am a woman of deeds, I am a woman of passion, and when I look into your eyes, I see you are a man of action. So let your hand caress my face, let's go find some other place. Forget the tell, I want the show. The only thing I'll say is, oh, 'cause I don't have to say with my words what I already say with my curves. I don't have to tell you a thing about the way you make my heart sing. I don't have to say with my words what I already say with these curves. I don't have to tell you one damn thing about the way you make my heart sing. Because you already know, yes, you already know. I hope you already know how high you make me go.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com, and we are at the studio in downtown Laconia tonight with Rachel Vogelzang. And so, how long have you been doing the solo thing now?
I've been doing the solo thing, I guess, since I stopped playing with the band. So about 3 or 4 years. I've been writing songs my whole life, but seriously, I guess, for the last couple of years. I've been playing in Concord for about 5 years now. That was a whole lot of answers to a very simple question.
Oh, that's all right.
Between 3 and 5 years? How about that? How's that work?
Okay. All right. And when the band stopped, was it an easy decision to say, okay, now I'm going to do this solo, or did you think about starting a new band or joining a new band, or what went into that transition?
Well, I got pregnant. Which meant that band practice and putting that all together was kind of hard. And I played a little bit while I was pregnant, but then after having my daughter, getting together with a band was I would love to. I enjoy it a great deal, but it's just a really hard thing to do, to get all those schedules together.
Sure.
Get people together, and with a newborn and now a toddler, that's really hard. So I like playing solo because it is easy to schedule. I just have one person to worry about. Plus babysitting, but
right.
But I do miss playing with a band, and I enjoy playing with other people as often as I can. Particularly at open mics, I play at a lot of open mics and host a couple.
Oh, cool. So, where do you host them?
I host open mic at Tandy's every other Tuesday.
Oh.
I split that with Mikey G. He also runs one on Wednesdays.
Oh.
And then I run one at True Brew on Thursdays.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And that's every week?
That's every week, yep.
Okay.
So there's open mic at Tandy's every week. I'm there every other week.
Oh.
On Tuesdays. And then I run the one at True Brew on Thursdays.
Very nice. And where is Tandy's for those who don't know? Because I haven't been there.
Tandy's is in Eagle Square, right by the clock tower in the center of Concord.
Okay.
GPS will not get you there, or it will get you angry from what I've seen. But it's at the clock tower. Just go into that square there. There's a fountain now that the summer has come. And then True Brew is in Bicentennial Square.
Right.
So the other square in Concord.
Is Tandy's new?
Tandy's is not. They've been around for a few years. They used to be the Capitol Grill.
Oh, okay.
And so,
gotcha.
They opened up as Tandy's, I want to say, about 4 years ago. I've been doing open mic there for about a year.
Oh, okay.
So they've been there. That's a great night, great scene. That's late, runs 9 to 12. Really good crew of people that's been built up over the past few years. And then True Brew is on Thursdays. That's 8 to 11. A lot of the same people, but some different people as well. And a lot of fun. Really cool open mic scene in Concord.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, do you play some of the songs from your previous band, Go Tell Her, or is it all new material? Or?
Actually, the one that we just heard, that was one that I did do with Go Tell Her. That was one of mine.
Yeah.
That I still do play a couple of the songs that I played with the band. When we played with the band, it was about half my songs and half the other singer's songs.
Okay.
And so I've held on to those ones, but added quite a few new ones.
Yeah. How much material do you have at this point?
I think as far as what I play out, I have about 10 to 15 songs that are in current rotation. I have more than that, and there's always a couple in the works. But about an album or two's worth that I can play out, that I feel good playing out these days.
So was it scary at all making that transition, or did it feel right from the beginning? Or
I think that going to, I started out Just playing at open mics by myself.
Yeah.
It's a really different experience when it's just you up on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to hold the audience. I've played a lot of bar gigs, a lot of restaurant gigs where it's just me and 2 or 3 people, and then the people working. And trying to hold their attention is hard. Although, you go into it, you go in for 3 hours. That was the hard part, coming up with 3 hours of material, which is kind of an average evening gig.
Right.
That's hard. That's a little intimidating. I play a lot of farmers markets during the summer.
Do you? Yeah.
So I play a mix of originals and covers.
Yeah.
People love hearing covers. Throw an original in there every now and then.
Right.
I love it. My hands get tired. And my voice gets tired if I don't take breaks. But no, I love it. I love being on stage. I love interacting with the audience. And as long as the audience is giving me something back, I can keep going for hours.
Yeah.
The hard ones are when you don't get anything back, when people aren't paying attention or aren't into it, and you have to just keep putting more out there without getting anything back. Those ones can be tough, but luckily there aren't too many of those. So
yeah. Do you play out a lot? I mean, obviously, the open mics are a regular gig, but do you do a lot of shows on the weekends where you're out playing? Or?
The winter is kind of a quieter season, so
Yeah.
I haven't been playing out as much. Usually 1 or 2 shows a month, or I'll play a set at somebody else's show. I'm a good opening act as a solo singer-songwriter. I don't have a lot of gear to set up, hardly any, so I've opened for a couple local bands. But this summer, I'm starting to book up with farmers markets and private parties, weddings, things like that.
Good.
I've booked a couple shows at some of the places in Concord. My calendar's all up on my website, so I'm expecting that will fill up pretty quickly. Summer's really busy around here.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the website, by the way?
My website is rachelvogelzang.com.
Okay. Should probably spell it for everybody.
Yeah, it's Rachel, Rachel, and then Vogelzang as a V as in Victor, Ogel, Z as in zebra, ANG.
Okay. And do you stick to New Hampshire as far as shows, or have you gotten out of the state?
No, I'm from Massachusetts originally, so I'm actually doing a really big benefit show in July with a bunch of bands that you can check that out on my website. I, of course, did not check all those details before coming in tonight.
Well, that's all right. It's easy enough for people to
exactly.
Go and check it
if
out.
You jump online, I'm really excited about that show. Going to be playing with a lot of other bands. So I do go down to Massachusetts, and also once this, I'm working on a studio album right now, and when that's out, I'm hoping to branch out to Maine, the Seacoast, down to Massachusetts, kind of take it on the road as much as I can.
Yeah, excellent. Whoops, this was cutting in and out a little bit, and it's all right now. I think I got a loose cord here. I'll have to edit that. Now, where are you recording?
I'm recording at Rocking Horse Studio.
That is by far the name that comes up the most on this show. Yeah,
not surprised.
I've never been there. I got to go there sometime because they have such a fantastic reputation. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great place just to hang out. I mean, it's beautiful. Brian's done a really great job. I met him last summer and started going up there last fall.
Yeah.
And was lucky enough to be a part of the Christmas special, New Hampshire Chronicle Christmas special.
Oh, very cool.
So, a lot of the people that record there, I know. I play with a lot of them. We all kind of run in the same circles. So.
Sure.
But yeah, no, that's a great place to be. A lot of really good people, amazing musicians. Some really cool stuff happens there.
Yeah, absolutely. What about the material that we're playing tonight? Was that also recorded there?
That was not. That was recorded with my friend Rob Kleiner at yourband.info.
Okay. Yeah.
It was just me and my guitar. I wanted to get some of my music out there and start raising money for the full-length album that I'm working on.
Yeah.
So he went out to his house for a couple hours one night and just went right through it. Just me and my guitar live. So, but that was a lot of fun. Rob also is really active in the local music scene.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm sure, as you guys know. So, that was great. There's such a ton of support in the community, people helping each other out and playing together, playing each other's shows, recording each other's albums. It's really such a cool scene to be a part of.
Is that a relief going to record and it's just you and your guitar compared to being in a band?
No, because I have a lot of friends who write songs and have everything thought out in their head, and they know what parts they want to put down and all that. I am above everything else a lyricist, so my words and my melody come, and then I'll either pick up a guitar or sit down at the piano and figure out what goes underneath it. So when I go to the studio, I look to the other musicians a lot of times to help me out. I really admire people who can hear that in their heads, who have an idea about what's going on or what they're looking for. I've learned a lot over the last year, kind of going in and out of the studio, about options for that. But it is really, it's cool, just me and my guitar. I'm very comfortable with that. But it also is really, really neat to hear what other people do with my music. So I'm really looking forward to hearing that.
Let's just cut out again. Sorry.
That's
I don't know what's this chord. Check. Might have to just hold it in place. That's all right. Okay. And do you have any kind of is there any kind of an ETA on when the full length is going to be out? Or?
My goal is to have it out by the end of the summer. My goal is to have it out at the end of winter, but things happen as they do. Got held up with financing, as is often the case for self-funded musicians. And so, but things have kind of gotten back in place now, and I'm going back into the studio and hope to be finished. I'd like to say end of June, but realistically end of July. But everything's going to be out on my website and my Facebook page. I'm pretty active on there.
Okay. So. And you said this is going to be a full length?
It may be. We're going to talk about that. Between 5 and 8 songs right now. We've got. I've been in the studio for a full day with the other musicians. I think we've got 6 down right now that may go higher, that may go lower. Just the rough tracks right now. So we still have quite a bit of work to do. But probably between 5 and 8 songs. And
the tracks we've been playing tonight, are those all available on your site?
They are not yet.
So this is like a world premiere.
This is exclusive.
Excellent.
You can get the Blueprint EP. I have a limited run of 50 of those that I made, and that is my handprint on the front in blue paint.
Got number 25 right here.
You have number 25. They're all numbered. There may be a second run, but right now there's only 50. You can get those from me at any of my live performances. I am also going to be releasing that. I'm planning to do a pledge music drive to help get money for the end part of the album, getting it all out, the production, the mastering, and printing, and all that stuff. And I'm going to make those tracks available to people who pledge towards that final project.
Oh, excellent.
So there's going to be a lot of exclusive content that I have in the works right now. Kind of been gathering everything together, and with any luck, that drive will be up beginning of May 1st is the goal on that. So
awesome.
Yeah, and you can kind of follow along as I work through the studio album, and see the process as it's going on, which is really neat. The internet's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's play another track from the Blueprint disc that you brought tonight. What do you want to play?
Sure. We're going to go with 21 Days.
All right, very good. So this is 21 Days from Rachel Vogelzang here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
21 days, 21 ways, 21 lifetimes, night times, choosing to stay, blowing bubbles in the rain, spinning circles, stay the same, string one moment to the next, catch that dragon round the neck. To get through the hardest, you must be your strongest self. You say you've got nothing left. I see you standing, yet just tell me I'm strong enough. You can move mountains, love. 21 days, 21 plays, 21 moves to make, hearts to break, goodbyes to say. I forgot to breathe again. Do you know where my heart ends? It's not shattered, I'm just fractal. When will I pull myself together to get through the hardest? You must be your strongest self. You say you've got nothing left. I see you standing, yet just tell me I'm strong enough. You can move mountains, love. Ooh, 21 days, 21 saves, 21 losses, keeping the monsters at bay. Even together we're alone. You cannot take on what's my own. This will be worse before it's better. I believe in you more than ever. To get through the hardest, you must be your strongest self. You say you've got nothing left. I see you standing, yet just tell me I'm strong enough. You can move mountains, love. Ooh. 22 days and the leaves are all changing. It's fall in New Hampshire. I'm home.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. And before we continue, as we cruise into our final segment with Rachel, just want to remind everybody, of course, that we do record every Tuesday night at the studio at 50 Canal Street in downtown Laconia. Very, very cool place. So come on down, check it out. We're usually here between 6 and 7 recording the show. And like I said, it's a funky little gift shop and art gallery, all kinds of cool stuff here. And please support local businesses if you're in central New Hampshire. Very, very important. And you can check it out online, too, thestudionh.com. And also, of course, we are sponsored by Central NH Events. Go to centralnhevents.com. You can hire Mr. Tim Martin. He'll do a phenomenal job DJing your event for a reasonable rate. And Tim is a big part of what makes this show possible at Central NH Events. And also, too, all the episodes of Local Outbreak are archived at ipmnation.com/local outbreak. And so, Rachel, during the break, we were kind of talking about something I didn't know. So tell me about. Tell me what you mentioned off air.
Right. Well, the reason I moved up to New Hampshire from Boston 6 years ago this summer was to be a pastor. So I was a pastor at one of the local churches in Concord. I went to seminary and served as a youth pastor and contemporary worship pastor for 2 years. Wow. At a church. I left there in 2010, so it's been a little while. But I do have a lot of experience behind a microphone, leading, speaking, all those kinds of things. Yeah,
because I was mentioning during the break that you're very comfortable talking, and some people come in here and they're kind of nervous and whatever, and and you mentioned that your experience as a pastor helps you with that.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So Methodist, is that the?
I was United Methodist, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I led services and preached and led the youth group and things like that. Yeah. I also led the contemporary services, so we had a band, and so I would lead the service and sing, and play and help lead the congregation in songs. I got my start as a musician in church. My mother was a church musician. Oh, okay. So I've been singing in church up in front of people for a really long time. So.
Does your mom also play, or does she just sing?
Oh, yeah. My mother actually runs a vocal and piano teaching a studio down in Lubbock, Texas. So she's a teacher, but she's been a conductor and a church musician for many, many years. Yeah. And my sister's also an artist. She's She's just finished tour, I think, but she's also a singer-songwriter. So it definitely runs in the family.
Do you want to mention her name?
Yeah, Anna Vogelzang. You can find her at theanna.com.
Okay. Very cool.
theanna.com. Yeah, no, she's great. She's younger than me, but I totally look up to her.
Yeah.
She's been doing this a lot longer than I have. So.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And now you don't do that anymore, the pastoring? Or?
I don't know. I left the church back in 2010, and then ended up having my daughter, and I've been pretty busy with that for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But it was a fantastic experience, and I learned a lot, and is definitely still a part of my life. I go to a different church now, but that definitely has given me tools that I've used in a lot of different arenas, particularly, especially on stage and doing music and writing words, communicating in general.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, does that kind of inform your songwriting in terms of what you write about, subject matter? Or?
Some of it does. A lot of my earlier stuff I don't play as much anymore, but a lot of it was, my first stuff was for church and did have a lot to do with more spiritual side of things.
Sure.
So not as much of the stuff that I do these days as much anymore, but I think that also just reflects kind of where I've been and what I've been doing and what's been going on, which is where all my songs come from. But yeah, who knows? Someday I may. I've thought about releasing some of those, going back to them and recording them and releasing some of those earlier, more spiritual songs.
Sure.
But we'll see. There's a whole lot of songs to be recorded. Oh yeah. That's always. I've got this album planned out. I've already got album number 2 planned out. I've got enough material for it, but finish one at a time.
Right.
I'm telling myself.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. No, that's really interesting. So, what do you have are coming up? You sounds like you're going to be playing a lot this summer.
I've got quite a few things coming up this summer. I'm just starting a book right now. I've got a couple of shows at True Brew. They're going to be doing music on the patio this summer.
Oh, excellent.
And I've got a couple of farmers markets. I know I'm going to be playing the flea market at least once. I don't even know what dates they are yet. Everyone's kind of in booking mode right now.
Yeah.
So, and I'll probably be around during market days in Concord, generally.
Excellent.
But I'm also always looking to, I really enjoy playing community events during the summer. That's the coolest part. Especially little kids love playing and having little kids stop and look and wow, that's really neat.
Right.
That's really cool. As much fun as it is to go into the studio and hear what can be done with really expensive instruments and microphones and effects and stuff, I really love that live experience. Connecting with the crowd. And I'm lucky enough that what I do, I can do late night at a bar, and I can do early morning at a farmer's market during the summer. So, my calendar can be found on my website. All that stuff is up there. Okay.
And before we wrap up, you should definitely give the website again.
Oh yeah, that's RachelVogelzang.com. It's again, that's V as in Victor, Ogelzang.
All right, excellent. Well, it's spelled just like it sounds, so that helps.
It is. It's intimidating. You got a V and a Z. It's very scary.
Yeah.
But it's a fun name. I like it. I wouldn't trade it. But, it does make the website a little more difficult.
Yeah. That's all right. Very cool. What do you want to play to wrap up the show?
I'm going to play what's going to be the title track from the upcoming album. This next one is called Blocks.
All right, very good. So this is Blocks from Rachel Vogelzang here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you. Red block, yellow block, green block, blue block, pieces scattered all around. Built this tower block by block, but again it's falling to the ground. And every time it falls, I mourn the passing of these walls. The time we spent on this construction, the strength poured into this production. Tell me, how long until we fall again? Tell me, is this the time we reach our end? How many towers have to fall before it's not worth rebuilding these walls? I've tried and I've cried and I've held my head up high, but my blocks keep falling down. I sit and wonder, think and ponder, remember all the words you've said. Promises are pretty things, but in the end all words are dead. And oh, how I want to believe that this time I'll get what I need. It's not that I doubt your intention, I've never questioned your affection. But tell me, will all my blocks fall down again? Tell me, is this the time I reach my end? How many towers have to fall before it's not worth rebuilding these walls? I've tried and I've cried and I've held my head up high, but my blocks keep falling down, 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 down. Before I start to build again, just one thing I must hear you say. Think it through and tell me true love, do you still really wanna play? This ground's been shaky for so long, I thought our foundation was strong. Blocks may be stacked by one, it's true. This tower's blueprint calls for two. So tell me, do you still really wanna play? Tell me, or will you turn and run away? Tell me, should I put all my blocks away? Tell me, do I go or do I stay? How many towers have to fall before it's not worth rebuilding these walls? And how many towers have to fall before it's not worth rebuilding these walls? I've tried and I've cried and I've held my head up high. I've tried and I've cried and I've held my head up high. I've tried and I've cried and I've held my head up high, but my blocks keep falling down.
IPMNation.com